this channel, but I'm going to start trying to provide weekly content on this channel and just give a little update on my life. So today's topic is going to be how I afforded my 2012 STI at the age of 18. One of my dream cars. I've wanted one since I was a little kid. As you can kind of tell, it's all kind of taken apart, no motor in it. We'll get to that later. Yeah, so let's get into it. So at the age of 18, I graduated high school, and throughout high school, my junior and senior year, I attended a trade school, kind of dual enrollment kind of thing. So I go to normal school, start at 7 o'clock, get done by 10 or 12, and then head off to my other school, my trade school. So what I studied there was avionics, and for those of you that don't know what avionics is, it's aircraft electronics. So anything electronic to do with aircraft, can't even talk right now, to do with aircraft, that's what I studied. So back to the car. I've wanted one forever. I was originally trying to get like a 2004 WRX or STI, but at the time I couldn't afford it, being a high school student. So yeah, attended my trade school, graduated high school, and towards the end of my senior year, when my now current boss came into our class and said, "We're having a job fair. Come have an interview. We're interested in you guys. We like what system the school has got going on right now. So come have an interview at the job fair, and we'll go from there." So I went and had an interview, and this was about 2-3 weeks before I graduated high school. Went and interviewed with my current job now, MD Helicopters, formerly known as McDonnell Douglas Helicopters, and 6 to 8 weeks later, I got a call back saying, when's as soon as you can start. So, started my job at the age of 18, working on helicopters, doing all the electrical wiring and programming and all that. So, at the time, I was driving a 1996 Nissan 300ZX. It wasn't anything close to this caliber of car. I mean, it was clean. I bought it with like 70,000 miles. Sold it right before 100K. It was a simple build, bolt-ons, as much as you can get with a NA V6 out of a Nissan 300ZX. So I just had working motion wheels, power tricks, coils, and supporting arms and bushings and all that, headers and exhaust and an intake, and that was pretty much it. So one of my good friends that I met at my trade school, he had a 2004 WRX at the time, and right before we graduated, he sold that and bought this 2012 STI. And he'd always come up to me and jokingly saying, "Oh, just buy mine, like I don't want anymore, just buy mine." He never drove it, it just sat in his garage, and he put like 5,000 miles on it in a year. So I was like, alright, I'll buy it. It's just gonna take some time. I just started my job, so if you still have it by the time I can afford it, I will gladly take it off your hands. So fast forward, to when I started my job, I pretty much saved as much as I could because I wanted this car, and I wanted to be able to buy it at the age of 18. That was one of my goals, and I accomplished that goal. So I bought the car March 9th, 2018, so earlier this year, and I bought it 2 days before. I bought it as a birthday present to myself 2 days before I turned 19. So I completed my goal for being able to buy one of my dream cars at such a young age, and move out and be financially stable at such a young age. So during my job, I just started off running harnesses and building harnesses and terminating everything, and then a few, 6-7 months ago, I started getting into the more programming and troubleshooting side of things, and it's an amazing job. I cannot thank MD enough for giving me this opportunity and being able to support my expensive hobby. And yeah, so this car, the time I bought it, was just a bolt-on car, making a little over 500. Tuned by Mike Body. It had an FP Black turbo, stock internals, front mount intercooler, external wastegate, blow-off valve, exhaust, all the basic bolt-ons you can do, fuel system, ethanol. It made a little over 500 with a wheel, and it was an amazing build. I think what contributed to me blowing it up was driving it every day to have a long drive to work. Driving it every day to work in the Arizona heat during summer. I did a lot of pulls in this car. giving friends rides and racing people in Mexico, of course. And you know, it happened a few weeks ago. Started noticing that my catch can kept getting full, and I knew it was blow by. I had a suspect feeling, but I wasn't worried about it at the time because I was going to change this whole setup anyway to something more extreme. So I was driving to work one day, and I had just done an oil change. I did an oil change on Sunday, and I emptied the catch can. There was hardly anything in there. Oil looked clean, so did an oil change. Catch can was empty. Come Tuesday, the next Tuesday, I was driving to work and I noticed this puff cloud, this big cloud behind me. No, it wasn't vape cloud or anything like that. It was oil coming out of my exhaust, burnt oil coming out of my exhaust. And it overfilled the catch can. I literally drove from my house a mile down the road and pulled over at a Circle K because it was just, oil was everywhere. My catch can overfilled. It went everywhere, literally on the outside of the fender. It was spewing out the top. And I was like, well, this is great. So, currently blown up right now, but it'll be back. I was planning on changing this whole setup soon anyway to something a little higher horsepower number. The next build I'm going to do on the car, I'm going to put another video out explaining, you know, what I'm going to be doing, my spec list, well, not full spec list, but just generalization of things that I'm going to do. Actually go to the shop next Friday to start ordering parts and get, you know, everything that I need, start to get that little ball rolling. But before I drop in the motor, there's a lot of things that I want to clean up as far as harness routing and detailing the engine bay. It wasn't, you know, you can't really tell how dirty it is without the motor out, and I didn't realize it. So I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna release a future video on my exact build plan and just more videos on everything that I'm going to be doing throughout this car. So that's kind of the point of this YouTube channel. I figured, well, why not a better way to start? I've always wanted to start, you know, producing content, car-related content. And my last video I posted was just my friends and I going to the skate park. You know, that was before I had bought any cars. But yeah, so that's kind of the, that's how I that's how I made it before. My dream car at such a young age and be moved out at such a young age. My goal is to get this car running before March, and my goal is to order the new motor before December. And I'm going to release another video with kind of what I want to do with the build, and it should be pretty great. So, yeah. I'll show you guys the engine bay real quick, I guess. Okay, so this is how the car currently sits. No motor. You can see this is everything that I want to clean up, all the electrical, all the harnesses and stuff, fuel lines. Get all the gunk out of the engine bay, you know, kind of reroute some stuff, make it a lot cleaner. That's actually one thing I was really looking forward to by pulling this motor, was getting into the engine bay and getting everything set how I wanted. And the thing that I hate about the Subarus and stuff like that is that there's so much just clutter in the engine bay, and you really can't do anything to solve that because you need all that. It's just a very cluttered engine bay and really hard to do right. So I'm going to do my best to hide harnesses and kind of shave the bay, relocate some stuff just to try to clean it up. I know it's not going to be easy and it probably won't turn out that great, but it still should be way better than what it is now. I'm just going to... And the whole reason of me filming all this is because I want it before and after, and I want to be able to document the process and the journey, if you will, to get all this back running and see my next setup. So this is the turbo I was running. It is a Force Performance Black with an external wastegate setup, and I am eventually going to be changing my turbo setup to a rotated kit, so something like a Precision 6466, but I just want to get the car running as soon as possible, so I'm going to do that down the road because that's another $4 or $5 grand to do that. And I was on the low side of this turbo. I was only running 26 pounds out of it, so it should be good for around 40 is what the spec list says on Force Performance's site. Okay, so if you guys like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to follow the build, be sure to like and subscribe. Like I said, I'm going to try producing content every week for this channel. My next video is going to be a whole build list of everything that's going to be going into the motor and the car. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And I quickly made this video after I got home from work. So sorry if it isn't the best quality, just know future ones will be way better. And it should be a very fun process. I'm excited to see the end result. I already missed driving this thing and it's only been a few weeks. So we'll see you guys in the next one.